It only takes a cinder for a phoenix to rise.
Welcome on back everyone to Total War Warhammer 3 in part 12 of our Malekith the Old World and SFO Grimhammer campaign. In today's episode we're here with Mummy Morathi to deal with a couple of Grimgor's Gobbo boys, and then Grievous, the Executioner we're going to call him. He's a Juggernaut, he's got a special aura, so he's going to be giving everyone a little bit more armor and resistance, which is a bit obnoxious. And I do realize they have an absolute ton of boar boys here. There are 6 total units, which are a menace to deal with. They've got a lot of charge bonus, they've got bonus versus infantry and armor piercing. So we're definitely going to want to try to pull back our lads to the woods here and try to fight them in the forest as much as we can, which should be dropping all of their melee attack and speed by about 70%. We'll see the exact total here in a moment. The other two dangers they have are these 2 savage giants, which actually just deal damage for stepping on people around them, which is great. Let's see if we can handle it. Alright, fighting in the woods is not going to be a lot of fun. Is there a way we can deploy up on this hillside and actually benefit? I think so. We'll have to do a lot of retreating, though, around. So I think we are going to try it. What can we really do, though, with our... These Reaper Bolt throwers are going to be pretty useless for this battle, unless we can get them pulled across very quickly. They aren't going to be able to do a whole lot. Let's set them up into this section of the woods, and then we'll try to maneuver them once the battle's really getting going. We'll keep them in the woods for now. We'll keep them on multi-shot round, and we'll allow them to try to protect us from the artillery, or the cavalry. I always get those. I don't know why my brain flips them, but it always does. Let's have the Furies on this side. Furies / Harpies, and then we'll grab our Spearmen. We really can't have our Druki extending much, because we are going to get run right over by those cavalry units.
Eager for battle.
You boys sit up here.
Dread spears.
We'd really like a few more units besides Dread Spears here. We'll have our hand bows behind them. Hide them on this side. Wherever our hand bows are, they are going to be very important. They've got bonus versus large on their normal crossbow shot, which is great. Let's go Dark Shards into these positions. We can move them around as the enemy approaches. Then we've got the good old Witch Elves in the woods. Witch Elves in the woods is a nightmare for just about anyone. This is a slaughter. And you guys are just going to be rushing across. I would like you to be rushing across and trying to clobber Gozbad Squigbeard. Dealers of Death. They do have their own archers as well, so our Dark Shards aren't going to be able to stay here for very long. And this is going to be funky indeed. Swords in position. We'll go ahead and have you up and ready to rush across. Harpies up a little bit further, and then you two can be rolling together. Alright then. Heroes in position. Heroes, all of our crossbows with the Reaper. And then the Harpies. Let's get them. They do summon a unit of Biggins, do they not? Which is pretty goofy, but fair enough. Go ahead and yoink away some health from the Crows of Cain, because they can heal. Ooh, those hurt so bad. Drop the Spirit Leech on you, clown. He's got a lot more orcs here than it seems like he should. Why does he have 3 units of Biggins? Good grief. Let's come up and add an additional damage over time effect on Gozbad. Not a lot we can do about that, actually. That is a lot of Biggins. Have you come back to the line then. Actually, he's going to make things a little bit spicier for the later portions of this battle, too. We can get down the whole line with this blast of darkness if we're lucky. Don't move.
For vengeance.
We can flip this unit. Ah, we'll at least get one of them.
Forward. At once.
All on back here. We'll go for one of these black dragon eggs as well. Just for some excess damage. I'd really like to not be using our ammo on summoned units. Ouch, that hurt quite badly. Hold on there, little wah. Yeah, I can't lie, this is not going like I expected at all. Alright, well, let's have everyone kind of fall back here. Our lord's under fire. Let's bring her back towards our crossbows.
Battle ready.
You turn in and clobber this group. We'll just surround them with harpies. Blind them and deal with them. Everyone work together. You try to Spirit Leech Gozbad. Shouldn't have to get that close because of our buff. Oh, there we go. Perfect. As soon as they flee, they're dead.
My power is yours.
Harpies, you guys go ahead and pull back. You two keep clobbering them for the free kills. Let's just have the Harpies move in and go after... Rose of Cain at least go after you. We do have the enemies coming across the field now. We'll just keep adapting. Keep slaughtering these biggins. Right, they should waver and break almost immediately. Go ahead and fall back. You guys can deal with this great shaman fast. That'd be awesome. We're also going to be yoinking some spells at the other two heroes. The less leadership they have, the better here. How fast they broke. Keep giving them the chop. In fact, I think we're going to do the same thing here. So you guys go ahead and come on in. We'll have you chase this unit. Let's come on in. We'll go ahead and use a bit of magic. With their combined powers, he is broken, should be not coming back at all. Excellent, excellent. Stop you firing just for a moment. Come back around and scare them off. As soon as the biggins flee, they're gone. Crashes in, just go ahead and fall back so you don't take too much damage in return. That's getting attacked from two different sides, they're broken. Beautiful. Slowly building up our murderous prowess bar. Here come the Spider Riders. We'll have you guys go after them all at once. Morathi, if you can stop them as well, that'd be awesome. Stop them from moving, my friend. Here comes that giant. The more of these speedy boys we can deal with, the better. Get on those forest goblins. Fall back. You come on through and deal with them. Be well fast enough. There we go. Keep running. Let you two move together. Harpies, I would hope they were doing a little bit more damage than they are, but let's keep hitting them. Alright, here come the boar boys. Fall back. As long as you're up in the air, you're safe. Everyone else here fall into position. Looks like they're all coming down the one side, so let's switch up what we've got going on here. Crossbows.
We are ready. Forward.
Maneuver round.
Onwards to murder.
Sisters of Slaughter, you as well.
Bleak swords.
Back them up with whatever we can here.
Advancing.
Perfect. Get moving. They are very spread out. Morathi is moving a bit slow. Sisters, you guys come back a little bit here. Not much armor you have. Hold them all back. Keep you just to make sure no one goes for the flank, which they've got a lot of units. They likely will. Start blasting in here. Actually, go after the black orcs. We'll make a decision eventually. Keep retreating. Go ahead and slow these boar boys a bit. Start getting blanketed with bolts. Morathi, you charge into them. You got the blind effect after all. Very effective.
Corsair handbows.
Right, alright. But stop them from moving. That way only so many of them can actually get in here and help. We'll come over the top and go after this unit of arrow boys. They've got a couple guys flanking. Not amazing, but there's not a lot we can do about it, so bring the spears round.
Dealers in death.
Alright, Harpies, you keep being obnoxious. Just keep moving, although getting shot at by all those arrows is not what we really want. Go ahead and fall back. Wrathy, you are surrounded. Bring in some friends.
I move.
If we can weaken some of our other guys up front here, that'd be also pretty great. These arrows, once they actually can reach us, are going to be obnoxious. Is it a deal? The Harpies up at the top. Alright, spiders have hit us first. Bolt throwers, you keep blasting away at any individual groups of archers you can. Go ahead and fall back. Actually, go after the Night Goblin War Boss. Should be a pretty easy fight for you. You drop down this on the boys there. And bows fall back a bit. That Sorceress, you drop your goodies on the War Boss and then fall back. Charge them. Let's bring those handbows round. Wrathy's completely surrounded. Time to delete some units here. There we go. You guys fall back. Let's go around. How are things going on the other side here? Harpies are, they're winning. Here come the Black Orcs. They're gonna start losing really fast. Switch to single entity mode and start shooting the giant here. Back, let's start bringing these guys round. Dark Shards, fire on the Savage Giant.
Dread spears.
You guys move on in. Let's have the Witch Elves crash in. Need to fall back. Make sure no one can follow you though, so let's make sure that War Boss is useless. You can make it, dude. Here comes the Savage Giant. Come on back. Yeah, the Harpies didn't manage to get it out of combat, which is unfortunate. Spirit Leech down on whichever of these lords we can deal with faster. Well, this giant might be a better target. Keep clobbering them. We'll have the Black Arc Reaver come back. Launch his Dark Egg through both these lines. Need the extra help. And bows, you come deal with these war boys here. Now we're going to lose the back line, and that's going to be very bad. One hand bow come back. I just don't think we had enough. We can deal with the leaders, we might have them. Otherwise, we are in really bad shape. Spears, you come on in. Go after the Savage Giant. Witch Elves, you're going to have to come through and help out with this back line here. That's not going to get overrun. And bows, you keep moving too. You guys go after this group. Spears, come on back in. This is spooky. Weaken and slow these Black Orcs. Looks like all of their lords are fleeing permanently, so we don't have to worry about them coming back, which is great. Are we going to have enough units to finish this one? We will find out. Black Arc Reaver can use your ability again in 8 seconds if you don't get killed. Gears, come on back. We've shattered most of their army. Thank goodness he's not completely gone. You fall back a little bit further there. Good grief. Have our Bolt Boys here switch targets to this Savage Giant. That's their most important target left. Witch Elves go after the Boar Boys. Their archers are gone. Swing into this group. You clobber this big boss. Those bolts flying. Wrathy, you try to fall back a bit. Let's go ahead and yoink some health away from these handbows so we can use it. Alright, time to run. Elves keep these Boar Boys rampaged. Wrathy, delete these units you're fighting. Yoink. Yeah, no, Dark Conduit is insane. And everything dies. Perfect. We definitely have a ton of orcs to run down, and I will catch you all in a moment.
By all means. On to slaughter.
Hell, that was a nail-biter of a fight. Great victory, though. We only ended up losing 321. We are 100% going to be enslaving that group for the replenishment, if nothing else there. We got rid of one giant, but the other one is still alive behind those walls. I think we could have no trouble dealing with them.
I have need of slaves.
Especially if we get to attack Gozbat outside the walls again. We have Sulafet. The only Dark Pegasus to bear a name is Morathi's personal mount, who carries the Hag Sorceress into the fray. So that should be a much faster and, unfortunately, a larger target, but that'll be fine for gathering units around and exploding with the Dark Conduit. All brag, no bite. Defeat any lord, giving us Warrior Bane and 1,000 treasury.
Mother of the
Or we throw ourselves into this next fight. We can either go for Insidious or Tenacious. We want to make her crazy. Extra relations with Norska and the Beastmen. Gonna go all in on the corruption of the Dark Gods. Rituals of Blood. This one seems far more powerful. This will give us Slanesh corruption, though, which will be good for Morathi normally, but not good for us here with Malekith, I don't think. We'll just go ahead and grab Tenacious for more casualties and post-battle loot, as we are conquering the old world. Grab an additional point into scouting is not a bad call. Wild casting drops their Winds of Magic cat. Well, there's been lots of spellcasters on their side of the field here. Let's go from Power Sap over to Notorious. Enemy leadership drops are insanely strong.
I watch from the shadows.
Elusive has been very good. I've been using him as a tank for sure. 3 more armor. Or an additional 4 melee defense. Let's go for the defense. Sweet. Kevin still has his 2 points. We definitely need to get him into a battle so we can get up into the ship's navigator. We've got some pretty awesome buffs there through the Black Arc. He'd be out on his own. I don't think we have to worry about it too much, but Grimgor is very close. Let's cancel this one real fast. Don't know if he could reach us. His army isn't the most scary. He's in march stance. It looks like he's running. Where is he running to?
Granted.
Nowhere good, I would assume.
For glory.
Okay, well, let's see about an auto result. We would lose our Black Arc Reaver. Not this time. And so we respond with violence. Let's start deployment. Still have a few Boar Boy units, which is going to be an issue. So we're still going to take a clever deployment here, which will pretty much just mean taking the high ground and blasting down at them. Dark Shards. Spread them out a little bit. We'll have the spears ready to halt any nonsense. Well, we probably want the group of the most intact spears on this side here.
Eager for battle.
A bit of a layered defense where there's spears up front.
We are ready.
Somehow managed to get through them.
Dread spears.
Let's get real fun.
Shards. Druki. Dread spears.
Set them up like that. We'll have the Witch Elves ready to rush in. We have a lot of them. We've got enough. Morathi, Spirit Leech, and then the Harpies. Give order to the group. Spearmen in guard mode. Have the handbows not in guard mode. We'll bring them up either side here. Excellent stuff. Switch you over to multi-shot mode and let's get it. They do have the extra biggins.
Destruction.
If it's 3 units, that is a fair amount. So we will want to charge one of our lords in, or heroes, and blend them up with the Dark Conduit.
Dealers in death. Going.
Right. Let's rush on in and zap whoever we can with this Spirit Leech. I would say the Savage Giant's a good call. Really wide with their cavalry. Alright, fair enough. We will adjust the line accordingly.
Taruki. As you say.
Pull these guys in a bit.
Certainly.
We understand. Following
And those out a little bit more.
forward.
Forward.
Savage Giant should fall just to the Spirit Leech. Oh, just kidding. Well done. How much health do you have left? 996, that's a fair amount, actually.
I thirst.
Yeah, the 4 units of Biggins for free is goofy. I just think I only get 3 this time.
My power is yours.
Cannon dodge us. Spears in.
Ready.
Gonna charge you back over towards the rest of these
At once.
damage points. Now they're just wanting to dodge our Reaper. Fire on the Biggins. Well aware we could also just land Morathi in the middle of them at any time and pretty much just rip them to shreds. Round.
By my
Spider Riders. Okay, fair enough. You go over the top and deal with the Spider Riders.
Morathi.
What is going on over here? Oh, our Ice Blades just got wrecked because we forgot them in the corner. Well, I mean, by wrecked, I mean they annihilated the Boar Boys with a Dark Conduit. That's what I thought. All this group here. You got caught by the Boar Boys, but that shouldn't be too big of a deal. Just gonna go ahead and move up, and they're gonna get annihilated either way. You move up and get ready to use your goodies. Shelves forward.
Matriarch.
Not too much to worry about here. Let's drop the Spirit Leech, or the Melkos on you, Spirit Leech on their Lord if we can find him, or just the Giant. Either way works. There we are. And they took some damage, but they're handling themselves fine. There's the enemy Lord. Go ahead and give him the love tap.
Sorceress of blood.
By that, I mean just know you're not moving. Stay here and get shot with crossbow bolts. Enjoy. Snuck them by. Very, very impressive.
Witch elves.
Not going to go well for you, but very impressive.
My revenge comes. Going now.
Go ahead and drop the darkness through here. Go ahead and land Morathi, and then
Behold my fury.
throw the darkness at him. Pull away from these biggins. It's not a good fight for anyone at all. Except for maybe our witch elves. They would blend right through you. Hit with this group. Here's going in to help out. That's what I thought. Still with the biggins, it makes it a little bit more dangerous. Pros come after forest goblins for me. They rampage out and get ripped apart by a bunch of very quick, murderous ladies. Give them the business, ladies. Morathi's blind effect allows you to get some serious damage with just about any unit. Normally wouldn't do all that well. Keep firing on these biggins. We will let the rest of our harpies come straight through and go after the spider riders while Morathi deals with these biggins. Weaken that damage. And there we have them. Goodness for handbows too. We'll just let you guys follow everyone who's routing across the map, and if they decide to turn around, they get filled full of bolts. Oh, we gotta pay extra for that kind of thing. Chase off these Boar Boys and anyone else we can here. Just for the disrespect, and I'll catch you guys in a moment. I mean, what were they really going to do but get butchered on our blades? They fall and we gain ourselves a whole bunch of new free workforce. We'll go ahead and loot and occupy the Great Ogham here just so we can... just stack the settlement and turn around. But we'll just go ahead and occupy it as is. Put up our lovely tents and gain a couple goodies. Clean business. But now, what says you, Grimgor? We are cleaving your empire in twain. Making him angry. Fair business. Well, Malekith, how would you like to fly over these walls here and wreak havoc? How many of you are actual siege attackers? Good to see. What does Newland look like? I think this is actually one of the settlements that doesn't have towers in a few spots, so we should be able to absolutely annihilate. They do have some pretty high fightiness here. Wonder why. All their orc boys will have a little bit of physical resistance, meaning we have to obliterate them with magic. We can likely oblige. Alright. Yes, indeed, this is one of the ones where you have two actual options that don't have towers if we do it correctly. You can attack from either angle here, and we absolutely are going to threaten both. Let's start though with shades. I guess the enemy's lucky enough that the shades are not going to have more range than their boys, so maybe we want to deploy the shades round and go for kind of a sneaky flank style attack. I want to. They've got some more boys that could probably reposition fairly quickly, and then our shades would get torn apart. So let's not do that. Let's do Dread Spears.
Dread Spears, Dark Elves.
With their Black Guard.
Dealers
And is behind them. Bolt Fiends are actually going to march up front here.
Dark Sharks.
They will be able to outrange the enemy. We've got 220 on their crossbows. We have 154, which is not terrible. It's still going to be less than the 160 the orc boys have. They will melt away in the face of withering arrow fire.
Chariots.
We're going to pretend like our speedy boys are going to be attacking this section of the wall, but they are absolutely not.
Bolt throwers.
Both bolt throwers. Put them up on the side here so they get kind of an angled shot on the wall.
Merciless warriors.
Means we'll just reposition the shades a bit. That way they're in front of them. Hero core. Put everyone in their units.
The merciless host.
All of our infantry, which we don't have as many of anymore for sure.
Dealers in death.
That'll do. Alright, Malekith. Death Hag, and then our Master. Who is going to be able to drop Bloodlust on whoever we want. There is a miscast chance of 10%, so what does that just... punches himself in the face? Instead of giving them Bloodlust, he socks himself in the jaw. Let's see what they got. So yeah, Bolt Thrower switched to multi-shot mode, so you can blend apart whoever's on the wall there. Dodge that nonsense. Dodge all of that nonsense. They were actually able to hit us. They're hitting us on accident even. We'll move them all in. Malekith, you're gonna just come up this side here. Let our Bolt Throwers start doing some damage. Send the fast movers round. And then let's go ahead and advance the Bolt Fiends, because at least they have shots on the wall.
As you say.
There we are.
All shall tremble.
Looks like an excellent opportunity here, Malekith. Launch the ice. Beautiful stuff. We're also going to blast our way up here and hit these poor fools, so let's get moving. Malekith, you are not the most tanky, so let's get up here and knock down this catapult tower. Ballistas, just keep launching shots where you can. They may not have great firing arcs here. You go for the Noxious Breath on this group of Orc Arrow boys. Might hit the tower as well. It does blend up those Arrow boys nicely. Keep knocking down that cat tower there, Malekith. The biggins in the back line. Move on in, friends. Bolt throwers doing fantastic work. Look at that. Beautiful stuff. We got more Icy Fury to launch through these lines. Where's the biggest collection of orcs? Looks like coming through this alleyway here, so launch. Beautiful stuff. As soon as this tower's down, they've got almost no defenses. Looks like they don't have anyone up front who can actually defend from our crossbows, so we'll start bringing them in now. Same thing with you, Shades. Bleed effect is incredibly useful. Help out your brother there getting through the walls. That tower's down, so let's bring Malekith over to go after the other one. He's gonna have a lovely day knocking over towers. I do love the faction distinct towers they've got. If you were not basically just changing the towers to match whatever the city is, 'cause sometimes you've got really wonky towers that don't quite match. Range your own targets, that works for me. We'll have the Master and the Death Hag move up, go after the gates. They're all just gonna flee for the hills now. Malekith, time to unleash some more Icy Fury. All the arrow boys. Just about their only way of doing damage to us. Destroy our hungers. How's everyone else doing? We have them shooting at the gates. Really? They can do that? Not very well, apparently. It's a very big waste of their ammo. You here quickly. Perfect, and now let's just have you go frolic in. Is this a group of archers all by themselves? Go deal with them real quick. The Shades and everyone else continues to wreak havoc on the walls. Actually got really good accuracy. Hitting guys even between the parapets. Definitely looks like we have too many cooks in the kitchen over here trying to get through the gates. Let's like you two fall back. Just let the Grimness do its thing.
Dark shards.
Dark shards forward. Make sure you guys are ready to return fire on any kind of nonsense those orc arrow boys are bringing up. Malekith, this is a waste of your time. Let's go ahead and head the other direction. Icy chill through these orc biggins. Because it's funny. Find that enemy lord. There he is. Go give him a hug. Ooh, ouch. What is... Where is that damage coming? Oh, the tower. Alright. Cheeky rats. Fair enough. Let's bring them around then. They can keep firing, but not have all of the threat of being taken out by these towers here. Almost through that gatehouse. Siege attackers, these guys are not. Come on, Charybdis. Go ahead and surround Malekith with whatever you want. It won't go well. I'm gonna go ahead and follow you back. There's no telling what the enemy is gonna try goofiness-wise. Let's move up and deal with these arrow boys. Send in the Charybdis. Push the Hydra through. Malekith is being surrounded, so we Dark Conduit. Everything goes away. Now have him come up and out of the fight. Charybdis can dive on in. Let's let the Shades do their work on the Black Orcs. Wherever you get that bleed effect. Spears move up. Everyone else dive into battle. Have the Blackguard actually be the ones that move in to take the settlement because they actually have some decent armor. War Hydra come up around. Wait, lost cooldowns for some reason. Wonder why. Bring you round. Round to help out with this nonsense here. Bring the Shades wide. Go ahead and just land in, start dealing damage wherever you can. Blobber him. But the Bloodlust is for him. Because it affects him too much. Alright, War Hydra. I want you to come through and drop the Fire Breath on these boar boys if we can. Charybdis, you charge into these biggins. Malekith, you can help out. Exactly. Shades inside, come up on top of the walls here. We'll just have all of the individual bolt throwers. Step in.
Murder. Black gods.
There it is.
On to slaughter.
Just the individual units coming over to file into death now. Bring it on, boys. Let's let them actually get in that corridor of doom first. Hydra, you come away a bit. But with Hydra this way, I'm going to grab the Master and send him that towards them.
True king.
Now that they've all filed into this death corridor, we unleash the ice. I could have got more if we tried to bounce it. Let's yoink away some health from the poor Hydra.
Master Druki.
I will.
Malekith, kill the error boys here. Being discouraged, they're not going to be willing to fight for that long. Running away from us is the strategy, apparently. A bold one.
Speak dark deeds.
Alright, you guys doing damage to these boar boys here. That bonus be large, gigantic acid heads working. On our sleeves while the Ribus frolics around. They're sending everyone in to die now. Fair enough. Malekith dropped one more set of ice. That's not a very good one, but it's already been done. The deed is done. You get the Hydra away and actually drop its breath attack here. That's the Charybdis. Hydra, come here. Otherwise, we'll just have Malekith land in the middle of these archers and blast one more. A dark conduit. See the victory pretty aggressively there. That's the Charybdis. You come back over this way. We need the Hydra. See if you can do it before the enemy flees for the hills. And there's the white flag. Grimgor's Ard boys prove themselves soft. Alright, the fully militarized Druki are terrifying. Took us a little bit to get going, though. Got that Sea Serpent standard. Now that we're here, we are a nightmare to behold. I think we shall simply just loot and occupy. We need to actually make ground. Start working our way towards the old world, finally. So that's Newland conquered. We'll just go ahead and repair the main two items here. The Fighting Pits is control. Go ahead and tear out the control building. Guild halls for income. We'll go ahead and keep... Clear those out as well. A new area for us to have some open markets, so let's go ahead and drop that in immediately.
Mother of the...
So you're gonna have to sit here for a few turns. Let's see about making you better at your job. Rituals of Blood is more experience, ward save, and replenishment, which are all great. I guess we're gaining Slaanesh corruption either way. Upkeep for their own armies in this region, or Rituals of Blood. Let's do the replenishment rate and experience gain.
Fear me.
Black-hearted.
Come over to Sulfonet, which is very close to
Morathi.
Sulafet.
Dread king.
We want you to be impassioned, soothsayer. What are you applying to the enemy as far as leadership goes? It doesn't look like anything. So we don't have to worry about soothsaying just yet. So let's just go for impassion for that defense.
My cruelty knows no.
Make sure she is taking as little damage as possible. Spell resistance for Hikari. Now we're just gonna go for a quartermaster here. Finish out this blue line, and then we'll start buffing up his units. Malekith himself, now that he's on his dragon, is a monster.
I am Morathi.
Oh, and the Ogham Stones right away. The ruined Ogham Stones. Takes 5 turns to build. What about just 1 turn? Did you ever think about that? This would allow us to get the Doomfire Warlocks. I'm actually going to keep this. And the Growth Building, too. Pretty well set up. We'll throw in the next tier of Ogham Stones.
Is it time?
Almost. Sisters of Singing Doom. Cool, we've got some pretty decent ROR units, but I'm going to leave them out for now. We actually have no unit capacity for Doomfire Warlocks, just because it's damaged. These lads are slightly, let's see if it actually tells us in the blurb. I think they're slightly corrupted by Slaanesh more than the others. Wide Murderers, the Doomfire, Warlocks must loosen the grip of Slaanesh with the blood of others. They're a little bit further down the line of being fully taken over.
Dreadlord
Got a
of
fair bit of gold now. I love that this is just covered in poo. First, now are you close enough to actually do some damage? We'll go ahead and demolish the drops building, so we're not taking the huge hit to our income. We'll funnel some of this gold back to our main province. Dragon Hatchery's a good call. Really, we just want both. And we can afford both. So we shall. Hour of Dark Sorcery would allow us to get a better research rate bump already. We'll speed this one along. And here are the Beast Paths. We'll just make a little bit more money, or the Beast Peaks, that is. We want to make more money or have more Shades? More Doomfire Warlocks. Which are pretty dangerous. Also help out control in adjacent provinces and drop the slaves used in the local region. We'll just go for income, I think, for now. So where is my artisan's house? Take us that money. Cool.
Tyrant of Nagaroth.
So Terranosh, now that you're actually safe, we could bring you back over to the Bleakmoor again. Control is negative 16 here. I would prefer you be closer to the action, so let's switch you into full speed.
Dry land.
Hopefully have a safe path over here to the Bleakmoor.
Such slaughter.
See though, won't we?
Waits.
Final point into Sheaf Master, and then we'll save kind of like we are with Kevin. Stuff. Erickson's looks like it had. Oh no, it was just trying to trick me. We got upgrades for the Citadel of Lead instead. Take a fast look. How close are we to getting a trade agreement with you guys? Really not. There's no peace. Although, how much are you willing to give me? I'm curious.
Approach me.
That's not very much. 5k for your life? You seem very confident still. I'll have to stamp that out of you. Grimgor is going to turn and go after Agog just to kind of build up some Wa energy. That makes sense, actually. Their call.
Slaughter calls us.
Relations may be strained with your son, the Witch
Now they're
King.
fine. Get the idle tongues of the Black Court.
Idle tongue.
Now get out of here. Things are not strained at all between the Witch King. Oh, just kidding. The bond between mother and son phrase. Witch King has banished Morathi from his sight, angered by some perceived slight. Hag Sorceress churlishly cast aside her wicked spear, Heartrender, and its sister blade, the Dark Sword, incensed by the mere sight of these once prized gifts from her child. Countless souls know torment as the Druchii Sorceress wages a campaign of sadistic terror across the land. Yet still, the Witch King pays no heed. The absolute destruction of the High Elf colony of Arnheim, a stubborn canker on the Black Coast, would surely win back her son's eternal love. Then Morathi can once more take cruel pleasure in employing Heartrender and Dark Sword as her chosen tools of torture. So Malekith is mad at her, so she needs to go butcher some High Elves? Sounds about right. And is indeed how you would get back into my favors as well. So if we gain a substantial income, Standard of Hag Rafe, great, and then the Crown of Command. Alright. You do have to worry about Grimgor. How did you gain more troops? Does he just get troops for winning battles? I have not played Grimgor in SFO, but there's no way he should have more units. He was in March Stance previously. I know he grabbed an ROR unit, but dang. He filled up. That's terrifying.
Anarian's bride.
He is going to likely just continue to sack the Pillar of Agog, so let's hide here in ambush. We've got a 90% chance to succeed.
I am going.
Lure Grimgor in, while Malekith comes after the Black Bog. Who's defending this? Looks like it's pretty well defended. We can eliminate some more of his more elite units. Let's do it.
I will it.
You can't reach Black Bogs, so we don't have to worry about losses from an auto-resolve, which is perfect. They do have a Rock Lava. It doesn't really matter. Wouldn't work out for them. Let's go Frenzy on Malekith, and then Clobber him.
Merciless host. Attack.
That's pretty gross. We'll take it though. We will sack the settlement.
Nothing behind.
Shielding, indeed.
Fear my
Get you moving towards our
anchors away.
Newland. Just tripping me up trying to say that. Alright, let's go ahead and grab the black roads because I like them. Right away, too.
Malekith.
Raid, which we absolutely will be then. And then Sent to the Cold-Blooded would be boosting up those 2 knights we have. And the other guys are chariots, too. Old one chariots. Actually, not a bad call.
The Witch King is victorious.
Before we make that call, though. Extra bonus V-Large for himself. Over to the Whip of Agony. That's crazy. Let's grab this into the Cold-Blooded for now. Let's see just how much it is boosting them, though. So we get 55 and 56 to...
Look on me and cower.
58 and 57. So it went up by 1. Well done, Cold Blood Chariots. You guys are doing the thing.
Lord of the Black Tower.
So for our Witch Hag, we'll get that last point into Impassion. We don't have to worry about any corruption here as we're fighting against the Greenskins. Yeah, Ruler Volgagog got absolutely clobbered. We're going to leave this as is. And then I wouldn't mind grabbing the Estates of the Masters, seeing how much it is to speed it along immediately. Dropping all of Grimgor's leadership is going to be pretty key. Toss some slaves onto the work pile. Your favorite place to be, anyway. You just ask them. We also want to go ahead and grab the Tower of Dark Rituals at this other provincial capital. That way we can increase our Black Ark income. Just make them more and more elite off the bat. Take 3 turns. Let's go ahead and speed that along. We've got plenty of extra labor. That's beautiful stuff, that is. Can't build up any more units here with Urian, but that's fine. Let's defend the tower. No one's going to come back this way anyway. Improving up to 1 with
Noble boar.
our Wood Elf friends. He's getting there, isn't he? Little by little. Let's go ahead and skip through. Where is our rebellion kicking in? The Lost Road. That makes sense. We're going to ignore your rebellion and just go for the open markets for a bit more gold. Indeed. Here at Newland. We should do nothing. Only buildings we want to put in at this point are going to give us more gold. Sounds good. We come on back down to Grimgor and Morathi and we end the turn.
Victory
Eventually. Peace.
mine.
Alright, I guess Grimgor was just warming the pillars up for him. Garsnag's gonna go ahead and surround them now. There's not much we can do about that.
The defenses will hold.
I see they've gone for something where we can either choose to eliminate this army or deal with Grimgor once more. So I guess the good news is, though, that Malekith's army is pretty much replenished. Because you just build up your army with a bunch of ROR units, is what you did. Blackbog's forces are already very well wounded. I think Malekith can handle that fight no problem, especially since he can fly.
Kane wills it.
Just deal with
Feel
Prince Apostles here. Decisive win. 3 Flamers of Tzeentch is terrifying. Please be nice.
revenge awaits.
God, go ahead and enslave this group.
New toys.
That button
Delight.
every single time. Doesn't matter what the number is. Nesca gets a cold one. Can we deal
Hag
with Garsnag
sorceress
here?
of Grond.
Suck off.
I think the answer is yes. It's just going to be pretty brutal. How many intact units do you have of Savage Orcs? Quite a few. It is too bad we are just barely not close enough to actually get some support from our Black Arcs.
Beautiful.
ahead and grab these.
Victorious.
Is Black Bog going to be an inside the settlement battle? Likely so. Which would really, really play against Grimgor. Bigger loss reduction plus 10%. drop their speed by 20%.
I will
Let's do it.
allow this.
Around surround. Oh, we could just beat him with an auto resolve. Oh, you poor fool. I was preparing for an actual proper battle. No! Alright, we've got to stop doing that where it doesn't have a red flashy. We're not on a legend. Our Elite Cold One chariots bite the dust without any warning. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and just loot and occupy the Black Bog then. I guess the good news is we can just replace them with an ROR unit, but I really like my chariots. Alright, Ravagers of Rakarth, time for you guys to fill in the gaps. Rakarth isn't here to watch you. Stagger shot, anti-large, special aura. Well, this is very similar to the harpooners that are in the High Tides update. Stagger shot is the debuff that got added over. Sweet. We've got the barb net, so anyone that gets too close is going to be losing resistance and speed. How do you catch them? I guess the answer is you don't. Awesome. Well, we did lose an elite group, but we got to replace them with something even more powerful. Battle point into Quartermaster there.
I shall enjoy this.
Indeed. Let's go. We've got Witch Brew. Let me see what it does. 3 uses of extra 30 attack, rampage. So you freak out and start ripping through people. Just a little bit of combat bump or more leadership and charge bonus. No, I quite like the Witch Brew. Let's try that out. Give people some haterade.
I watch from the shadows.
And then maybe just go for the Notorious here. -1 to all the leadership. We'll let Morathi be the proper spellcaster. Strength through spite. Sacking and raiding. I think what we want to go for with Caval now is more armor. So we'll go inviolable. Or a little bit more armor. 130. Allow him to stand there and hold the line a bit longer. Dawnstone for some more resistances. Don't have a lot more options, so Dawnstone it is. 15% more physical resistance. Will actually work out pretty well against the likes of most of the greenskins.
Know me and despair.
I think we will go after this battle as well. So in the next episode here, well, let's see if we can just win an auto resolve real quick.
For glory.
I was gonna say we'll have the battle, but let's find out if we need to or not. Oh, she can't reach. We're about to get jumped. Well, that's not good. The smallest of little red arrows threw me off.
Observe glory.
Yoy. Let's switch into dark channeling stance, because that means she is going to be reinforcing the pillar when they get attacked by Garsnag here. And they've got 1 unit. So they may just choose to beat me after they take them out. Oh no. Now that's what happens when you don't check. Go ahead and repair here, and then throw in... Yes, just the growth building. Just the growth building, or we could grab another sorcerer's abode or sorceress's abode for more research rate. Doesn't give us any more income though, so let's roll back on that one. Anything we want the Dark Tower here. It takes 1 more turn for the Citadel of Lead, so let's wait. 1 Quada. We'll upgrade the exotic hothouse. Takes the Masters as well. I think the greenskins have moved far enough from the Giant's Causeway that we can actually warrant repairing our gold mine. Much as I'd like to get it repaired immediately, I'm not going to because I don't trust it. We'll let that one come on in as well. Admiral Kevin. What do we want to go for with you? Old One Dread Knights. Pretty potent, or we could just get the good old Sorceress's Cabin here as well, for even more. Wonder why we don't get access to the Sea Dragons. Maybe they're kind of a low-tier exclusive. Unit capacity +2 for Sea Dragons. Yeah, this would be where we get them, so they must be a low-tier only unit. Yeah, I think we just go for the cabin. The maxed out version is going to give us even more research rate, so I'm here for it. will not worry about buffing Newland at all. We'll bring you over into Newland.
Going ashore.
High
Get a single upgrade here at the Tower of Lenong, just getting the Black Roads here as well. Everywhere we can. Give Urian here a couple more troops.
I tame the untamable.
So you say, we'll give you some hand bows. Hand bows are great.
Tyrant of Nagaroth.
In fact, we'll have Kevin. Nope, he's already building some stuff, so we will not. We get another sacrifice to Mathland, which I'm going to do. We got immediately a new Black Arc ready to go.
I am
Stuff.
victorious.
I might as well just recruit them now. Yeah, not recruited here. They must be recruited from a valid location.
In Nagaroth, the weak perish.
Huh. Where can you recruit them? Where is the valid location?
The hag
Over here?
sorceress ascends.
Interesting. Who knows? Maybe they are summonable next turn. That's fine. We'll make it work. Well, that is going to be all the time I have got for today. In the next one, we'll see if Garsnag decides to come on over and throw down. Actually, take it back. Give you Whiplash one last time here. Let's give it one more in turn and see if they try something.
We are long past words. You know that.
We're long past words, you know that. Malekith, you're just me. No more WAD. No, absolutely not. He just said it. We're past words. They do indeed. Kind of funny watching them sprint on over after you. Can we deal with them with an auto-resolve? We can, and we would lose so many. So we do have to worry that this is a absolute metric ton of Savage Orcs. They've attacked Morathi directly, so I think if we get a lot of them surrounding her or one of our other lords and then just explode them with the Dark Conduit, then we shouldn't have too much trouble dealing with them. So, finally here, this is all the time I've got for today. Thank you all so much for stopping by today's Malekith episode. If you all enjoyed, remember to leave a like for the like god and a sub for the sub phone. Till the next one.